Welcome to my channel, guys. Good day, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world watching me. Just good day. So this is Wincy Winna as usual, and I know it's been a while. Like my while is not just a while. Sometimes it's like a month, 2 weeks. I know I'm also like really trying to get a hold of this YouTube thing. So guys, please bear with me. So if you follow me closely, you'll know that I've been saying, oh, by May I'm going to be an intern, and yeah, I'm an intern. Here, look at I'm actually wearing my intern uniform to do this video. So I just came back from duty, so I decided, why not talk about your experience so far, because it's 1 month already into the internship and a lot has happened. I've learned a lot, experienced a lot, seen a lot, so why not just talk about it? This, I don't know what title to give it, but I think it's going to be like more of a story and maybe advice or what to look out for or what you experience generally. So if you know you want to hear me out on this sub issues or like subtopics, stick around, okay? So it's 1 month already, and I would say it's been a hustle bustle, whatever word you want to use for it. I still vividly remember the first day of duty. We resumed by 7:30, so I got there before 7:30. Obviously I couldn't even sleep all through the night. You know, like when there's something new about to happen in your life, you can't just sleep, you just be thinking about it, dreaming about it, like, oh, internship and whatnot, like really hoping for the best, right? So immediately we got into the ward. Mind you, my first rotation is under the Department of Internal Medicine, so it's like the non-communicable ward. So we went in, and all of a sudden we just went in, and next thing it was a code for a patient. For those of us that don't know what a code is, like the patient is unresponsive, no breathing, no heart rates and whatnot, so you have to do CPR, like chest compressions and stuff. So we got into the ward, and that was the first thing. And mind you, we've done like I personally have done like 3 BLS programs, but you know, like when it actually real in front of you, it's totally different. So let me tell you, trainings are totally different from when you have the real patient in front of you. Although those trainings really make you know what to do or like what is expected of you, but it's totally different when it's real and in front of you. So this is I and my group mates just like, oh, a code, and like there are some interns already. Like I don't know what to do. What do we do? It was a crazy situation and all that. Like after one cycle, the next person takes over, and then after lots of cycles and lots of epinephrine given, the patient expired, the patient died, and this was me just looking at the patient. Like this was actually the first time for me to experience someone dying, actual dying in front of me. I've never really experienced people dying in front of me like that. So it was really an emotional moment for me, and throughout that day I was just feeling anyhow. Like I was feeling so uncomfortable, like, oh my god, someone just died in front of me, what do I do, blah blah blah. And then here are like the senior interns, because they only had 1 month left, but then we came in, so like we just call them senior interns, sorry. So here is one intern just telling me, it's okay to feel that way. At least you feel that way for like maybe a day, 2 days, 3 days, and you get used to it. So in my mind I'm looking at this girl like, how do you get used to death? Like someone dying in front of you, how do you get used to that? Trust me guys, I believe that word she said. Right now, I get used to it. Like it's more like a normal thing, but like I don't know. It's not like I get used to it like, oh, if someone dies, I'm happy, oh, I'm excited, oh, someone just died. No. But the feeling of like, I still feel bad for the families and all that, but I get used to it in the sense that I now know that it's a hospital and some patients will improve, some won't. And honestly, some of them, their deaths are like inevitable. No, it's not like I'm trying to be negative or prophesy, because mostly in the hospital I rotate is a government hospital, and mostly these patients that come in are like really, they don't have much. So when they come in, they already like are in their end stage. You can imagine like end stage renal disease, liver cancer, end stage lung cancer, breast cancer, about 3 comorbidities of the heart. Like you have CHF, you also have like renal disease, you have a cancer. Like those things are already late stage, so it's only palliative care that we can actually give and try our best. So yeah, that's that. And there are some patients that the family just sign A&D, and A&D is allowed natural death. So like even when they go into a code, you don't do CPR, you just allow them die naturally. So the family just opt for that. So yeah, that was my first day. The second day came. That was just a part of my first day. And also the second day, on my first day, I won't lie, this is something you should know as an intern. I even think, even as residents, the truth is, don't get too hard on yourself if you really don't know stuff. Give yourself time to learn. Give yourself time to learn. For example, I, in a way, know how to do IV insertions even before the internship. But honestly, when it now got really physical, like for over a week, every IV I try to insert is a failed one, even for veins that are very visible. And at a point, I got frustrated. I was like, God, like, will I ever learn this thing? Like, will I ever get to do it? You know, I was almost even giving up on myself. Like, when they'd be like, because the nurses sometimes are the ones that are assigned. So they go like, doc intern, they call us doc intern or docky. Honestly, I really miss those nurses. I like doc intern, docky, IV insertion. So like sometimes when I get that, I'm like, oh my God, not IV again. Do you understand? But honestly, it's a month past and I can tell you I'm so good at IV insertions now. I won't say I'm perfect yet, but like to a level, I'm very good. I still find like patients that are obese or like patients that are really like they have edema everywhere. I really still find it difficult to insert in those ones. But then I just really try my best. Then I also perfected like my NGT insertion, falling back catheter, and all this stuff. Then there was the ward rounds with the residents. Then they'll ask you questions. Sometimes you know the answers, sometimes you don't. And also know like you're going to meet the really nice residents, you're going to meet the really, really not nice ones. It's just, you know, it's just good to be real. Like you're in a world whereby like not everyone will like you, some will like you. So I'll give you an example. I've had patients that like me. There's this particular woman, she really likes me so much. So like anytime I come, even if it's for IV insertions or stuff, she's always excited to see me. I'm like, oh my God, this means so much to me. And I've also experienced like guys, sorry about the music. I think it's my neighbor and their karaoke or whatsoever. But I hope you can hear me. So like I've also had like patients that really didn't like me that much. I remember when I was assigned to go insert an IV on a particular man. So as I was approaching him already, I could already, and by the way, most times I wear a mask, so even my facial expressions don't really show that much, but not like I was trying to be mean or anything. I wasn't even mean. So as I tried approaching the man, As I tried approaching the man, I could already see the disgust in his face, like, don't come near me kind of attitude or something like that. But I was like, anyways, I was told to do it, I have to do it anyways. So as I approached him, he was like, no, he doesn't want me to insert the IV, that I should come and do it tomorrow. Mind you, I was on duty, so it was at 9, so let's say like 9 p.m, 10 p.m, thereabout. So I was like, I tried to be like, no sir, we have to like administer your medications and fluids, so it will be very nice for me to insert the IV. So he was like, okay. He finally agreed. Then while I tried like examining the hands to search for like a patterned vein or a good vein to be able to insert, here goes the man. How many IVs have you inserted so far, or like in your life, or whatever? So I remember when we were having our orientation in school before the internship, they said something about like building your confidence and like try to be bold. So that is not to say if you don't know how to do something, you go do it and like cause trouble or problem. No, I know how to insert IV at that moment when this story I'm telling you about, I knew how to insert IVs, but I wasn't really perfect. But you know, like confidence is key. So the man went like, how many IVs have you inserted? So I remember when we were told to build our confidence, so I was like, I've inserted several, sir. I've inserted several IVs. So he was like, okay. So there I was searching for a vein, and there was something they also told us, that even if you know how to do something, never really boast that you know how to do it, because there are different factors that play into these things, and then the patient is going to lose trust in you or something like that. So I never told this man, even when I saw a vein, I actually saw a vein, but I never said to him that, oh, I've seen the vein, one tap and I'm done, blah blah blah, something like that, or both. I never said that. I never even mentioned the word to him. So like, I tried inserting the IV. And I think his vein collapsed. It was not a through and through because there was no swelling. His vein really collapsed. And I was like, oh my God, not on this man. Like, why did this have to happen? And all that. But then there's nothing I can do. It's no longer patterned, it's collapsed. So I had to take out the IV stuff. So here goes the man. And you said you could do it, and you said you can insert it, blah blah blah. I was so surprised. I was so calm, and I was even smiling inside my mask. And I was like, I'm really sorry sir, but your vein collapsed, blah blah blah. Would you like me to get someone else to do the stuff for you? Yes, you get me someone else. You get me someone else. Oh my God, that day was so funny. So I just left the room. I got him someone else to do it. So yeah, that was another one. And yeah, I've really had lots of experiences. There are lots of patients that have died. I really got to understand families too, like when they lose a loved one, what it means to be in denial and all that. I've also seen patients who improved even when their situations were like critical, but they improved. So yeah, it just really depends. So for this 1 month, I've really made friends with other interns from other schools. I've learned how to manage my time better. One thing I'm still struggling with is like eating. Sometimes when you get into the hospital, you're so busy that sometimes you forget to eat. Yeah, I know I look healthy and stuff, but yeah, I like it's something that I still find hard. But yeah, I've had really nice residents so far. I've really learned things a lot, you know, why things are done, a little bit of how to diagnose, what to do, what drugs to stop, you know. So far I've actually rotated that an infectious ward. In the infectious ward, the cases we had more were like community acquired pneumonia, TB. TB is very prevalent here. TB is a thing. We have had like HIV patients, tetanus patients, typhoid fever, measles, and all this stuff. And also, yeah, so it's been a good thing so far. So my advice to interns so far, what I've learned is that be open to learn. Be open to learn. That's one. Number two, always ask questions. Like if you don't know something, ask your residents, ask your consultant. Do you understand? If you don't know how to do a procedure, ask for help. Ask them like, can you come? Like for me, the one of the successful Foley bags I did, I had to like call a friend, like, please, just a group mate, please just stay by me. And I did it. I was so happy. And yeah, let me tell you the story about my first Foley bag insertion. So it is this young man. So actually, he didn't want me to insert the Foley bag. He was like, my teeny weeny, whatever. It's so small. So like, he wanted my Filipino group mates to do the insertion and not me. I was like, it's okay, sir. It's totally fine. I had to be professional, and that's another thing. Some of you want to come here and just misbehave, but no, you have to really be professional. You know, you have to really respect your patients, you know, because some of us, we can be really funny sometimes. So yeah, I was like, sir, it's totally fine. And the truth is, he already knew the procedure because I think he has gone through it like several times. Like, oh yeah. So here was me like holding it. I've already like cleaned it, so now it's sterile. And how out of the shame that he has, he wanted to use his own cloth to like cover his stuff. I was like, no, sir, you're going to make it unsterile. No. So finally, I agreed and all that. And I inserted it, and I was like, and his wife was there. We were all laughing. It was one of the funniest moments of my life. So like, I inserted the catheter and all that, and did it, and yeah, that was that. You know, I've also had situations that really made me scared. I was told to administer sodium bicarb to a patient, so I administered it. And if you know very well, sodium bicarb is inserted slowly. So I inserted it slowly, and I think about an hour later or so, I wasn't the cause, by the way. The point of correction, the patient was critical, the patient was acidotic, so we had to administer sodium bicarb. So this is 1 hour after administering it slowly, and I remembered after when I was administering it, the patients, like the SOs, and SOs are like the patient's family or the patient's keeper or whoever is with the patient as a help or something. So they kept asking me, because the syringe was really big, because it was like 100 mx. So yeah, I was inserting it slowly. Every second they would ask me, ma'am, what kind of because sometimes they call you like ma'am or doc. Like, ma'am, what kind of drug is that? So I had to explain to them, sodium bicarb, blah 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 blah, everything. And here is 1 hour later, this man going into a code, and it was just I and another intern in the ward. So I called the code because I was told to check on the patient. There was no heartbeat, there was no breathing. So I was like, code and everything. I started CPR straight up. And I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but I could literally see the eyes of the family, like, lasers, you did this to him, that kind of thing. I felt really weird, but I had to do my job. I had to do CPR, and thank God the patient revived. The patient revived. I know I'm really talking like to and fro. There are lots of stories I have to tell and lots of experiences, but so far I'll be like, it's really good. Yes, I'm stressed and all that, but it's what I expected. One thing you should know in med school is that it never gets easy, or like medical field as a whole, it never gets easy, but you only get better. I know I'm better. The me of May 1st is not the me of June 1st, you get. So I'm way better, and I really thank God for the opportunity. It's not because I'm the most beautiful or like the most intelligent or anything of sort. I'm just a regular girl with an extraordinary God, and God has really been good to me. So yeah, So yeah, for those that are going to be interns or those still in medical school, here is my advice: just take one day at a time, maximize each time, learn as much as you can. The truth is, you don't know everything, and you should really be eager and hungry to learn. And also be friends with your interns, also help your intern mates, cover up for each other, like help each other in each other's weaknesses and bring out your strengths. Don't try to pull one another down. Your goal is to come together as a force and make this patient well and go home and maintain his or her functional ability. Do you understand? So yeah, I really don't have much to say, but I really wish that you enjoyed this video. I really don't know what to call it or what to do, but I was like, no, I really need to talk about my first month. So maybe I'm going to do this regularly. Maybe at the end of June, I'm going to discuss one or two things about what happened in June. Tell me if you want these stories. Tell me if you want to hear my experiences. So maybe just in the comments, just give a thumbs up or be like, yeah, I can't wait for like June's story, so that I will drop one or two stories that happened to me. But yeah, so far the medical field has been a very wonderful field for me. So far also, I've been getting questions like, what next after internship? To be honest, I'm taking one day at a time. That's another thing. Never really be in a hurry. Just take one step at a time. You're going to be that doctor that you said you want to be. So yeah, just do you. So I really hope this video was insightful, interesting, I don't know what to call it, or you really enjoyed the story. So yeah, till my next video. I know you guys will say, why does she like dancing more like